This is a public service announcement for those on the fence about Christianity or for those who know they need to get their life right with God now. This message is for both of y'all, and I believe you know who you are. So I got 4 things for you, and I'm going to get straight to business. Number 1, heaven is real. Number 2, hell is hot. Number 3, God is calling you. And number 4, today. Yes, today is the day of salvation. So everyone wants to make it to heaven, but there's one big problem. You might not be sure you're going to make it, but there's someone who knows the answer to that question. Someone who in fact beat death, gave it the business. I think you know who I'm talking about. His name is Jesus. He was born in Bethlehem, raised in Nazareth, lived a sinless life, died a sinner's death, buried but raised on the 3rd day. He beat death. It couldn't hold him. He came back and he said, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. Mic drop. Sounds like a contradiction, but he's done it before. Died, and yet he lives. So I want to roll with him, and you should too, because he also said this: I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. He's the door. He's the way. Follow him. If you want to make it to heaven, hitch yourself to Christ. The thief on the cross knew what was up. He said, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Number 2, the bad news. We must discuss hell. It's hot, man, and you don't want to go there. What did Jesus say about hell? Their worm doesn't die and the fire is not quenched. There's no fire department in hell. And for y'all that's thirsty, there's no water. But there is weeping, crying, and gnashing of teeth. That's agony. It doesn't quite sound like Satan's house party. Partying with the devil is not the flex that some people think it is. Narrow is the gate. Difficult is the way that leads to life. Broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many are going that way. But I don't want that for you. So get off the path that leads to destruction. Get off the fence and get on God's side. Number 3, God is calling you.
Hello?
Your heavenly Father is calling you. Revelation 3:20, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me. He also says, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Number 4, today. Yes, today is the day of salvation. Many are familiar with the ancient wisdom. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. Best time to come to Christ was the first time you heard about him. The second best time is now. Don't delay. Get off the fence. Make it happen today.